I'm going to try to do this without crying. That may not happen, so fair warning. So, about 25 years ago, on his daily morning walk around the neighborhood, that was the time when Joe Slane believes he first offered what would become for him a daily prayer. Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening. The Lord has spoken through Joe Slane's life. From his birth and childhood in Virginia to his 28 years of ministry at Southminster and in this presbytery, and even now as he approaches honorable retirement at the end of January 2017. God's voice was first made known to Joe through the deep faith of his parents, particularly his father, who was always serving as an elder, then a deacon, then an elder, wash, rinse, repeat, over and over. The commitment of Joe's parents and their connection to the Presbyterian Church was God's voice speaking to him about steadfastness, service, and grace. God continued to speak, and at age 14, the audacious age of 14, Joe heard a call. Be a pastor. That call was affirmed and refined over the years, first during Joe's undergraduate studies at King College in Bristol, Tennessee, and then at Union Seminary in Richmond, Virginia, where he heard God's voice in a new way, through the presence of Krista Unterzuber. Her faith, determined, bold, fiercely loving, was God's voice saying to Joe, begin a life together. God spoke the same to Krista, and they were married in 1980. Soon after, Joe began his first ordained call in Franklin, Virginia. Krista's voice still echoes in Joe's life, even after her passing almost a year ago. After 7 years in Franklin, God spoke again through, of all things, a PNC, a Southminster Presbyterian Church. Through their voices, Joe heard God's call to something challenging yet joyful. And so Joe, Krista, and a 4-year-old Elliot Slane left their home state of Virginia for the wilderness of Alabama. And for 28 years, God has spoken in Joe's life in ways that continue to be challenging and joyful, including a call to serve as moderator of this presbytery in 2011. The people of Southminster can tell you in very deep detail how God has also spoken to them through Joe. Joe possesses a true heart to shepherd God's people, one elder told me. His impact on Southminster's ministry, particularly in the areas of pastoral care, developing spiritual leaders, has been immeasurable, said another. Compassionate and kind was a common refrain from many. And now God is speaking to Joe, his servant, about a new thing: retirement. And one of the most eloquent ways God is doing that is through now 33-year-old Elliot, who shared with me also a word for his dad. My dad, writes Elliot, has been a pastor longer than I have been alive. His job is so closely tied to his identity, it can be difficult to think about what he will be like when he retires. However, when I think of the hallmarks of his leadership, empathy, intellect, and a genuine warmness toward others, I know that they will translate well to a life of retirement. We are all aware that Southminster and Shepherds and Lapson will be different without him. But we should consider his upcoming retirement as a reward for a job exceptionally well done. Hopefully he can turn his efforts inward starting next year, and maybe, finally, learn to relax, and have a chance to slow down a little bit. I'm very excited for my dad. I'm looking forward to being able to spend more time together when we have weekend visits. Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening. Joe, if there is one thing I am certain of for your retired life, is that you will continue to offer that prayer. But as we give thanks to God for your ministry past, present, and future, listen to what the Lord is saying to you now through us. Well done, good and faithful servant. Amen.
Joe going to come and do his rebuttal?
Two of the most blessed, pivotal, inspiring moments in my life, 28 and a half years ago. That's when I became pastor of Southminster and was received into this Presbyterian. Southminster is an amazing, tolerant, welcoming, loving community of faith. In 1988, I would never have dreamed that such a great congregation would have allowed me to have served in their midst for so long. Being in Shepherds and Lapslow at that same length of time has also been a great gift. I've had the privilege of serving on any number of agencies and committees of our Presbyterian, and as been mentioned, in 2011, I had the opportunity to be moderator. And I realized then, as never before, that in the larger church, Shepherds and Lapslow is recognized as a shining witness to serving people in the name of Jesus Christ. This is a strong and resilient Presbyterian. Remember and celebrate all the good things God has done, is doing, and will do in our midst. Thanks to our stated and recording clerks, we have excellent minutes of our meetings. I bet some of you save minutes from Presbyterian meetings, right? I have not kept copies of minutes for 28 years, but I have saved the first few pages of the minutes from this stated meeting last year. On November 12, 2015, this is how the minutes begin. The meeting was called to order at 9:45 by moderator Luann Sellers, who shared the sad news about the death of Krista Slane, and then opened the meeting with prayer. That day, I was uplifted and strengthened by your prayers. And in the years since then, I have been strengthened by your pastoral care. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am humbled by your compassion. One more story. Krista retired in May 2012 after serving as a religion teacher at Southminster Day School for many years. 2 months later is when she was diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer. Krista grieved not being able to truly enjoy retirement. And in the communion of the saints, Krista has helped me hear God's call to a ministry in retirement that I believe by the grace of Christ has the joy of a new beginning. I am profoundly grateful to the parishioners, the session, the staff of Southminster, and to the members of this presbytery for the great joy of serving in ministry of the kingdom. May all we do be for the blessing of the world, for the building of the church of Jesus Christ, and for the greater glory of God.
Good Christians ask me to remind everybody that after you sleep off Robert's party for a week, There will be a luncheon at Southminster on January 28th that we'll be getting information out to churches about. And Joe's last Sunday is January 29th, where he will be preaching worship back there.
Ben, could I just say one word? Bill Carl from IPC. Joe was one of my students at Union Seminary, so it makes me really feel old that he's retiring. But Joe, well done, good and faithful servant. One of the great joys of teachers, professors at seminary is you never really know exactly how your students are going to turn out, but this one turned out really well. Thank you, Joe.